Hey everybody, welcome back to Hidden Springs Homestead. Today, a little bit of a different video, so looking at our animals, and we're going to talk a little bit about worming. Now, normally, we worm as needed, and we use ivermectin. I've used fenbendazole with varying degrees of success, and sidectin. And you know, everybody has livestock. You're always going to be on the battle of parasites. However, as a lot of other many other people have seen, there was a video put out about, I don't know, 4 months ago, from a guy called Poopa's Farm, and it got me wondering. He's using lye to worm his sheep, goats. He says it works for horses, cows, chickens, dogs, cats. The whole gamut. So we got some. Lye. Same stuff you put in soap, whole 9 yards. Now, I had to watch this video like 4 different times and pause it a couple of times. 1 teaspoon dissolved in 2 cups of water for 2 gallons of feed. I cut that in half for our flock because it's very, very small. We have a smaller flock, so they don't need 2 gallons of feed for 5 animals. They'll destroy their rumens. But I tried it. And I had a couple of people saying, you know, you kill your animals, and it literally says poison, danger, like all the warnings. And then I watched some other videos, and they were saying how, you know, you put like a 4% lye solution on bagels or German pretzels. So I was like, you know what, let's give this a shot. Let me show you what the animals look like now. All right. I really need to get a tripod to set this up on. Look at these ladies. This one here, there. I'm not sure if you guys can remember from a few videos ago. Now, granted, I just did this a little over a week ago. So we're definitely getting some weight on her, which is a good thing. But these guys, they look great. Granted, it was just a week ago. I get it. You know, there's no miracles in a week. But no scours on the butt. No. Everybody's looking fat and happy. I'm loving it. Why? This is great. Grab these clips here. I'm going to let them out into a little fresh area with some fresher forage, where I saved a little bit of grass. I didn't mow everything. I left some areas long for them to enjoy. Excuse me, ma'am, but you are on the wrong side of the creek. Ma'am. But she's looking much better. The lambs are looking beautiful. I'm definitely thinking they got more of the wool gene than I would have liked, but you know what? Jackson did a beautiful job. He threw some very pretty ewes. That one never lost her hair. I'm gonna have to shear her next year, I think. And then Fuzzy over here going to town on some bayberry and living life. But the lye, as you can see, everybody's happy. Their faces, their eyes don't look pale. They're looking good. Now, I did not do fecal samples. I did not do the lab testing. There are some other YouTubers who have. Shepherdess at Harmony Farms is the one who really did, like, took it to the vet and everything. So go reference her video. But guys, if this works, let's just do like a little cost analysis. So I only bought one container just because I didn't want to splurge and buy a whole lot. You need, I think, what did I say, one teaspoon. Because that's what I did initially, was a full 1 teaspoon and 2 gallons of feed. I just followed the instructions exactly. Of course, the chickens came over and ate a chunk of it as well. If I'm using 1 teaspoon at a time, that container has 2.2 pounds. It's a 1 kilogram container. That container cost me $20. Granted, add a little bit extra for shipping. So it was like 20, I think it was 21 and some change plus shipping. Even if it's double, let's say shipping was the cost, it was $40 altogether. $40 is what I spend for those little containers of ivermectin. That covers, I don't remember. I'm having a brain fart. But it's like it's like 20 100-pound doses. 20 doses. So that container with this, and if you do sheep or goats, you got to double it. You double your dose, almost double your dose for goats. So that'll get me, if I worm every month, that'll get me through 4 months. That stuff, if I'm using 1 teaspoon, that container is going to last me years. And it's light. It's not going to degrade. Just don't put it on your skin and don't spill it on everything. Just be careful with it. But this is going to drop the cost for worming if this works. Now, we've only done this about a week ago. And we're going to do, I think we're going to stick to this. Of course, I'm going to check FAMACHAs every month like I have been. I'm going to check their eyes. But if this works, guys, imagine the cost savings. You guys with bigger operations, 100 head, your cattle, like I don't know anything about cattle. But if you can worm and do your parasites with live for your cattle, how much is that going to save you guys? So I'm really excited to see how this works long term. Of course, we got a long way to go until the next real heavy worm cycle. We've finally had a hard freeze. The flies have finally died down. Guys, if this works, this is huge. That's massive for the safety of our flock and our it's going to save us so much money. So much money. I really should do the math to figure out how many months worth, I keep on it, of worming I can do with that, because using 1 teaspoon at a time with over 2 pounds of that stuff, these guys are going to be, that's big. That's big. And there's no withdrawal time on your meat. I could sell these guys and they could go to butcher same day. So guys, this is big if it works. Like I said, some people have been doing this for years, and me, I just did it last week. But nobody died. I was definitely nervous. I was nervous. But guys, I got this on Amazon for $21 some. And it works on everything. You don't have to worry about being compatible or different doses for goats and sheep. Guys, this is going to be huge for ease of administration, because you don't have to catch them. You just feed them the feed. That's it. And they're going to come to you for that anyways. But then I don't have to catch them and wrestle them and everything else. I'm still going to have to catch them just to make sure. I'm going to check their eyes. Probably still for the next at least a year, just to make sure it's working. But this is going to make things so much easier. But that's going to do it for this one, guys. I'm sure y'all are tired of hearing me ramble. But Chickens are having fun. Almost all the leaves are done. Fall is finished. And it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Thank you guys for joining me. Listen to me ramble. But those of you who have animals, it's going to be great. Thank you for joining me. And as always, God bless you guys.